I basically wrote the white paper because I think we were seeing the same questions and the same conversations coming up with many clients, particularly in the industrial manufacturing space. They were encountering the same challenges and reacting to the same things. So that was really the incentive to sort of crystallize all of that and put it together into a single white paper. I'd say a couple of things. So first is that we see common challenges that a lot of these industrial manufacturers face, and just to list a few of them. So first, obviously, is globalization. So many of the established players are now being challenged by global entrants into the market who are now competing not just on price but also on quality. So that then pushes the profit margin down for the industrial manufacturer. And they're also seeing often some of their services partners, the guys that go out and do maintenance and service of that equipment, are starting to take over the sale of the product itself. So the services players were then selling the actual product as a service to the end customer, and the manufacturer of the products was then reduced to just providing a piece of metal, basically. So those were kind of the common challenges that we're facing. And Internet of Things has been around for quite a long time, but we're now seeing quite a big change in the fact that the barriers to entry have reduced significantly. So sensors are very, very cheap. Networking is commoditized and ubiquitous. Cloud computing and analytics makes it much easier and quicker to build these solutions. So that's why we're seeing so much interest at the moment and so much disruption, I think. I think, as a result of all of that, those imperatives and those kind of enablers, we're seeing many industrial manufacturers that are making the shift now to selling, data-enabled services. So when they instrument their products, they can sell additional services to their clients, things like predictive maintenance, guaranteed uptime, monitoring of that equipment, that kind of thing. So that obviously opens up, new business model for them. And we also see them go through what I often call the aha moment, whereby many industrial manufacturers have often been very product-centric, and their supply chain, their value chain is focused around the product that they build and manufacture and sell. So it's all about getting raw materials and metal, bending metal and assembling this thing, marketing it, selling it. But they often never had any contact with the actual end customer, because that would go through some channel partner, a dealer or a reseller, whatever it may be. But now they have this sort of shift in model where they're selling connected products. They can actually reach that end customer for possibly the first time ever and understand how they're using that piece of equipment in the field. And that's kind of the aha moment, that their value chain shifted from being just product-centric, it's now customer-centric as well. And that drives a lot of change for these industrial manufacturers as well. So that's probably the biggest change that we see. And that also then drives changes in the ecosystem as well. So who partners with who and who sells what to who, all of that is kind of shifting. So that's why we're seeing so much disruption at the moment.